Hello. You all are doing good. Happy Friday. Uh, I, as I was channeling, I was immediately hearing things about body image, thoughts about the body, um, how you perceive yourself. Ooh, it's like a glowing green light. I like that. How you perceive yourself, see yourself, um, societal standards on you and your body and your mind and how you feel about yourself out in the world. And this is not like inner, it's obviously the outer can affect the inner and vice versa, but it just feels very like your outward appearance is what I was feeling. The way that you look to other people and not feeling like you fit in, like you are beautiful, like you are wanted, like you are seen as something that's alluring, something that's attractive, something that is divinely created and crafted, somebody that is just you uniquely yourself. And it just immediately felt it on the present sense of my body, right? Of how it looks. And it felt not your energy, right? Not yours. I'm thinking about moments in time where I talked about in the last reading, one of the last readings, where sometimes I have issues with my stomach and I have to realize, like, this is my body and I'm happy with it. I'm very glad with it. And I have to also recognize and realize where those emotions possibly came from. And then it brought me back to when I was taking pictures with family and I got aunts telling me, suck in your stomach, and I'm only 10. Like, things of that sort. So it's like, what does that mean? Or, I'll go back and it's a holiday and I'm going back to get just another dessert like a kid does. And it's like, you really eating that? It's like those thoughts running through the mind and the energy of being like, well, maybe I shouldn't, maybe they're right. And it's like the obstruction of your pleasure, the obstruction of how you view yourself in a way that feels loving, a way that feels confident, a way that feels like a rendition of self almost. I'm hearing it's like I'm changing and cultivating stuff, but I feel like you're getting back to the younger you and healing your body image and how you see yourself, not in the way of how this is going to be perceived. And even in the way that you take pictures, like I said, it's like I'm not gonna suck in my stomach. I'm not gonna smile when I don't want to smile. I'm thinking about Kev on stage's son, JoJo, where like some of his pictures he don't smile and some of him do. He's like, I don't want a fake smile in a picture. Like I don't I don't want to do that because I'm not like I'm mad, but like I'm not gonna have a fake emotion of smiling just because it's a picture. Like it doesn't make sense to me, And I'm feeling like that's currently happening for you in a lot more ways than one of you being like, I'm not gonna do this just because it looks this way. I'm not going to do it just because people will be able to perceive it in a certain way. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. It doesn't work for me. It makes me look at myself in a way that's like, no. And even the reading I gave for myself this morning with my meditation and things, it was from my Risha deck. She just keeps slipping off. That is also a sign because they were on before I started this reading, and now they're just the back room is sliding off. So, bitch, what the fuck? But it's changing a lot of things, a lot of modes and mediums within yourself, right? And thank you, Spirit. What I was getting to reading this morning is like, don't always say yes to people when it can lead to your no. And that's telling yourself no. So it's in a sense of recognizing I'm not going to do things. And I'm also hearing like you are also orchestrating your own photos. Like, no, don't take it from that angle, take it from this angle. And not in a way of hiding your body, but like getting your best shots. I feel like that's what's happening. And not just with your own body image, but it really feeling it closely with the body image for this reason. But that is pushing out into other ways of you being actively this typically doesn't stick out, but we're gonna leave it there because obviously Spirit got some protection for y'all too as well with this peacock feather. And I feel like that's what's happening is you are recognizing The more that I cater to myself, that's actually my protection. The more that I feel at home myself, that's also protection. Right? You're recognizing it's not lighting a candle, it's not doing a ritual all the time, it's not, let me light an incense, let me write a spell to cancel out the evil eye, let me call back. It's not always having to do something grandiose or big or against some ritual. It's I'm putting on what I want today and I feel great and confident in it. That's protection. I'm, you know, feeling I'm hearing the way that I walk, I'm not changing it anymore. The way that I laugh, I'm going to do it loudly now. Those are all means of protection because you are so at center with self, so at peace with self, nothing is going to disturb you. This is not saying that life won't happen things, but you are going to be at peace while life is happening because you recognize you can rely on your body, right? It's like a dancer. I'm growing up dancing is like if you mess up a step, just keep going, go to the next step, or play it off by doing something else, right? Is that energy of I can rely on my body. I can rely on my capabilities and movement and how that shows up in my life, how I'm able to show up for myself in my life as well. I don't care. I know I'm leaving out my stomach. Yes, my boobs are out. And like I had to, when I was, growing up, I wore a lot of hand-me-downs. We didn't do a lot of shopping. I had hella cousins, hella siblings. Like it was a lot of my clothes were hand-me-downs. Like we rarely were shopping. I mean, growing up with five other siblings and things are like the funds is not funding, okay? So I grew up with a lot of, I didn't really have a chance to curate my style. And I'm still trying to figure out what my style is, what I like to wear, what I like to enjoy, and things of that sort. And so I feel like that's what's happening to you. It's like you're recognizing what is my style? What do I like to wear? How do I like to pose? How do I want to see myself when I look in the mirror? Not how am I perceived by other people. What do I perceive myself as when I look in the mirror? When I'm, taking a picture, whatever it is, and you're recognizing it could be rooted, I'm feeling it's deeply rooted in a lot of family. Like it's what is that? I don't have TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I had TikTok for like 6 months, and then they did some shit. I just got rid of it, and I'm just like, you trying to charge me, and I didn't even put my card on here. How y'all did that? I don't know, but I ain't dealing with it. Um, and being able to take that in, but it's those girls where their moms like try to pressure them to not eat as much, right? And being able to take that in and just like, no, I'm going to order what I want. I'm going to eat what I want because my life is for pleasure. My life is for me. My life is for my bliss, not for you. You can do that. You can eat the carrots. You can eat the celery. Baby, I'm gonna have this pizza and I'm gonna have wings for appetizer. And for dessert, hopefully they got a pizookie. It's like it's that energy of like, I'm gonna do it in front of you. I'm going to do it in front of you because the way that they did it so boldly in front of you, like again, going back to me growing up, sucking your stomach. I remember when I wore skirts, my mom would make me bend down like this versus squatting, which we all know as women, we squat, but she make me bend over. Like, no. It's just like, I don't bend over like this. So certain things like, but no, you can't be out there like that. And they'll see this. And I'm like, but I'm only 12. So certain things just like you're recognizing a lot of what you're holding on to is possibly projections. It is that shadow work. It is that healing of recognizing that was never my thoughts. I never thought that about my body until somebody else pointed it out. Right? It's like, don't think about the elephant. Don't think about the elephant. Don't think about the elephant. And then all of a sudden it's like, damn, elephant. And it's that energy, and you're stepping out of that energy and being like, that's not me, but who am I? And you're ready to discover it. You're ready to actually live it. Excuse me. I was trying to say deliver and live it at the same time. Live it. Deliver yourself and live your life. And you're doing it boldly and in front of them because they did all that in front of you so boldly. Why are you doing that? Why are you acting this way? Why it's that sense of being like, now I'm going to show you that I'm me in front of you. You tried to make me something else that was recognizable to you. Now I'm going to be so unrecognizable. You might not even get a chance to get to know this new me at all. In so many present moments, you're taking steps and revelations to push yourself to those limits. This is not the deck I want. Pushing yourself to those revelations and to those limits because you're recognizing, what was it? Mean Girls, and she's like, the limit doesn't exist. And you're recognizing there is no limit to me. It's only the limits that I mental conflict right at the back. And if you know, you know, I shuffle. Look, conflict and defeat. That come on now, we're not having that anymore. And you're recognizing so many differences in your life and how when you're having those moments and those thoughts, recognizing even if it is your own voice, right? I'm hearing even if it is my own voice, this is not my own thought. This is not how I truly feel. This is not how I truly think. My nose is not too big. My ears are not too small. My lips are just right, whatever it is. And sometimes in spirituality, people don't want to get to the vanity side of things. But we have to look at ourselves a lot of times. We have to deal with ourselves. Even if, you know, I'm not deaf, but even if you're blind or deaf, you still have to deal with yourself, right? You're blind, you have to get comfortable with your body and surroundings of being able to touch things and feel things and perceive things. It goes very, very deep into that, right? And it's recognizing vanity does play a part in spirituality. Let's get into it. It really does. Right? Because sometimes as soon as you get your hair done, your energy is lifted up, you take a picture, you're like, that is a part of, again, your protection. You being able to look and see yourself the way that you want to look and feel and see yourself. Right? It is sometimes, throw chakra on the back, sometimes so dismissed because I know it's not about how you look. It isn't, but I do want to look good. I do want to feel good about the way that I look, right? And not, so I can catch somebody's eye, so I can do this, but so I can, when I'm walking past the mirror, I'm like, oh, let me stop and, like Meg said, I walk past and I slap my own ass, take a walk past my own posterior, she's like, I'm looking at myself. And with that, it's releasing those clutches of your mind of, I can look at my, like, no, it has to, how do I think? Am I kind? Yes, you are, but like, don't look like what you've been through. Like, don't look like, and you're recognizing that very deeply and intuitively that it is okay for me to care about how I look, not obsess over it, not shame it, not demean it, not compare it. Oh, bless me. Okay, not comparing it to other people, not taking on those projections or false thoughts or all those things. Is I can care about the way that I look. I can care about the way that I dress. There's a reason why there is a spiritual essence in people that do modeling, the people that set up the wardrobe, and people that do makeup. That is also spiritual. That is also profound. Perfume is an aroma. It pulls you in. It's like all those things are factors also in spirituality, right? If you think about it, even if you have like a God that you know, Orishas and ancestors, like the growing up Christian is like humans were made in the image of God. And we all look so different. We all look so vast. We all look so widespread. Nothing is the same. Even if you're like for Ifa Orishas, they all are different. So we're people. It's taking it in, recognizing that I'm supposed to look like me. I'm supposed to look like me. That's and it sounds so easy. It sounds so simple, but it's a really ground shaking revelation concept to recognize I'm supposed to look like me, and I'm okay with being able to look like me. That's for you. And it's funny because you guys have a lot of physical cards coming out. So we have patience coming in for you, right? And you're recognizing that it's going to take time for me to grow. Like I said, I haven't had hand-me-downs for years, but I'm still figuring out my style. Do I want to wear this? Do I want to set this up? Do I like this? I don't really like, and it's still taking time, but I'm okay with being patient with it. And you're recognizing you're okay with being patient. Like, do I like this hairstyle? I remember like when I had it in high school or in junior high, like they was always calling me, but like I really liked the way I felt in there. Do it, right? And take that course. And I feel like that's what you're doing is you're being patient with yourself as you rediscover your own body, how you feel in your own body, the comfortability that you feel in your own body, and being able to take that in and recognizing I'm doing it for me, right? This person has the palm growing out of their hand, the palm sees our thing, but the secret out of the hand and even the different shades, kind of what they're wearing, how they look. It's just like they are so centered in themselves that their aura is expanding, it's growing out of them, and you're recognizing I can be me, right? So being vain is different than recognizing that I there's vanity, right? There's a sense of confidence in how I look and uphold myself and how everything sets in a mindset, and there isn't a false illusion to it. We have material and spiritual prosperity, right? And with that is letting me know that the more that you are able to confidently walk in and of self and be of self, you're able to change the game. Think about a moment in time where tattoos were so taboo in the workplace. So taboo, unless you worked in like the fashion industry or the media industry or you work for yourself, it's like tattoos. No. Piercings were not a thing in the workplace, but that changed because people recognize I am not going to change or restrict myself for a dollar for somebody else. Like I gotta do this, and then that leads to material and spiritual prosperity, right? Being able to be grateful that you can walk in a room and wear this and have this and speak this way, laugh this way. It's everything is changing. And with that change, you are able to gain that material and spiritual prosperity because you're not again comparing, critiquing, nagging at self, tugging on yourself, like I gotta change this, I gotta shift this up, I gotta move this, I gotta, you know, and I'm hearing like, no, you're changing the way that you make jokes, right? That self deprecation is out the window, right? When somebody gives you a compliment, you're not immediately shutting it down or denying it. You are taking all of this in because you're recognizing, again, maybe those aren't my feelings, maybe those aren't my true thoughts, because we have movement, choices, and decisions. Another physical card. Like I said, this is about your physical body, and it is okay as a person to be, want to work with your physical body. It is perfectly fine. And if you want to go to the gym, go to the gym. If you want the extra bag of chips, eat the extra bag of chips. I love to say, and I love to hear other people say, when people are naturally skinny, they're naturally fat. Okay, if we get down to that as well, people are naturally skinny, people can be naturally fat. And it's just that instance of, excuse me, today I had like dried blood in my nose, which is quite crazy. Um, yeah, I typically don't have that. It happens like every now and again. And that can also be a sign of recognizing some things because your nose is your intuition, right? And it's crazy because I also have blood on my dream too, so lining up. But I'm feeling like you're following your nose, your intuition, your gut for what you truly want to do and how you truly want to live. You're really not giving a care. Why did you wear that? Because I wanted to. That's so out of style. Well, it's not out of style for me. It's like you were like, no, you should suck in your stomach. Turn this. No, no. And I remember at moments when I was in elementary school, and I had my own self-esteem. Obviously, growing up, I had quite a few some self-esteem issues. Still work through those, but I'm getting a whole lot better. And just being confident in self, and I'm really not giving a fuck about what I wear and how it looks and what it is. Um, and it's in the sense of me, I seen a girl who was a little bigger than me. She had on hot tops when her stomach is out, and I was like, But that's because I didn't feel confident enough in doing that. What I seen in her, I was jealous of, envious of. Like, she can wear that. She's very confident in that, And it was either elementary or junior high, one of the two. Um, I love my life, but it was recognition like that ain't got nothing to do. She's very confident girl. Okay, like she can wear an outfit down, but what she had, I didn't have. And I feel like I couldn't have. And so I decided to compare and compete and almost belittle and try to demean this person. And like in my own head, like, they should not. But in my own head, I'm like, I wish I could. I'm like, they're doing it. Like, why can't I? And not because this person, but it's just like, I'm seeing myself in them, but I don't want to see myself in them. And it's like taking in that recognition. It was definitely elementary, fifth or sixth grade. Thank you, swear. And just saying it to me like, no, no, Latisse, that's throw chakra again. We're just gonna take it. That's not it for you. You don't really feel that about because you fuck with this person and you don't want no harm about to come to this person. You admire this person. So recognize why you're feeling this about this because you're feeling it about yourself. Because what other people told you. Because your circumstances, right? And how that is. I remember I would just wear regular clothes and things of that sort. And okay, I got ass and titties, body shaped beautifully, all right? But people would look at me and say, that's a little grown. That's a little, it's just like, but it's not. It's not. Why are you thinking that? So you're taking these thoughts and recognizing, again, this isn't me. This isn't who I am. This isn't what I want to think. I don't want to compare, compete, or deny other people of themselves either, and being able to take that in. And we have, thank you, Spirit, accelerated emotion coming out. Because you're recognizing this very quickly. Like, as soon as a thought comes in, you're like, get the fuck out. That ain't me. As soon as you're like, I'm gonna wear it because they might say something, my boobs is gonna be out, my ass is gonna, who the fuck gives a care? No. I want to wear it, right? You're recognizing I am the occasion. You're gonna wear those grand dresses, you're not holding it out anymore. You're going to wear your hair in the crazy styles, you're gonna do your makeup odd. You're going to wear the very eclectic wardrobe, and you're not gonna wear any at all. You're not gonna do any of that at all, and you're gonna be fine. And you recognize, I don't really want to wear makeup all the time. Whatever it is, you are recognizing that me and how I see and view myself is also my protection, is also my love, is also my growth. There's nothing wrong with me looking at myself for longer than 5 seconds, right? And that comes with that throat chakra. You're being very vogue. Come on, vogue. I don't know, I like that one. But anyways, it's giving also, if you are, about the ballroom industry, being able to be so free in yourself with your community. And I feel like the more that you're able to do that, be vocal about it, whether that is with your actual voice or with your clothing or with your car style even, right? I always want a little Jeep, not a Jeep, slug bug. I still kind of want a slug bug. Those are still the cutest cars to me because cars all kind of look the same. But it's even taking it further. Like, I want to live here because of this. I want this to look like this. You're taking it even further than how you even view your physical body. Because you're recognizing that to a high extent. I need to open that door real quick or turn the fan. Hold on, because my eyes is burning. That's better already. And it's just this realization of all those things coming in. And it's coming in quick, it's coming in fast. So yes, spirituality is doing shadow work. Yes, spirituality is, getting closer connection with whomever you deem, whether that be yourself or others in the community. Yes, spirituality is being grounded and rooted in things of that sort. Spirituality, bitch, I am living on a physical plane. Can I experience things that are out of this fucking world, out of this fucking realm? Yes, but bitch, do you hear that? That is physical contact. I'm in a physical world doing physical shit, and it's okay for me to take pride in my physical appearance. It is okay. If you wanna go get your nails done every week, do it. Do it. Okay, you are a sneakerhead. Be a fucking sneakerhead. Do it. Because people feel like when you are taking some hold of yourself, seeing yourself in the light, like, yes, I am sexy, I'm gorgeous, I am handsome, I'm whomever, it takes away from you being so deeply rooted in spirit. Okay, if we're thinking even like I can only speak on Christianity for religion. I'm so sorry, and Orishas, of course. But thinking back then to when I was a Christian, and the story of Joseph, all right, the King of Dreams, when they got him that nice robe with all the colors and adornment, right? It's because of that. And even if you're going to like Jesus, when they put the crown on his head, it was an attack on his appearance. You're the king, right? Here it is. And they put the crown of thorns on his head, right? If we're thinking about it in that sense, it's attacking it. Even when I was watching Rotten Mango, you do not watch Rotten Mango, baby. I will say it's a lot of trigger warnings. She does get the trigger warnings beforehand. But if you cannot take a lot of shit, do not. But even when I was learning about the true story about Squid Games from Rotten Mango and how they like just kind of cut up their hair and just have them wearing anything, and it's an attack on their appearance. It makes them look a certain way, right? It's like you see somebody that possibly has a car and you don't know if they're living out of their car, but they have a job and you're looking at it a certain way, like, well, they got this, but you don't know what the fuck is going on. And this is why you're recognizing I'm not going to judge myself by the cover of it, but I am going to take a bold, courageous look at it and I'm going to take care of it, which leads to the final card, which is authority. You are being your own powerhouse. You are standing strong. I ain't gonna lie, this got look the same. I mean, they're not the same because, I don't know, they're kind of the same. And it's taking that in and recognizing that. I have to be me. I have to be me. I have to look at me and be comfortable with me. And I'm not accepting anything less than me. And you shouldn't expect anything from me but me, right? And this is not to, because baby, if you want to get surgery, get your fucking surgery routine. I'm one of those people. Get your gender affirming, your body affirming surgery. Never want to shame nobody for that. Do you, baby. Do the fuck you. You want to know why? Because again, you have to look at yourself. You have to be comfortable with yourself. And if that makes you feel more you, do it. Do it. Obviously with safe regard to your health and things of that sort. But do it. Okay, it's taking that mindset. I'm thinking about even in the era of like the Bridgerton era, because I watched Bridgerton, but where they wear those tight corsets and they literally had fainting rooms because it was literally crushing their rib cages to the point where they couldn't breathe, but it was in fashion. It's just like, but I don't want to wear that. What if I don't want to wear that? What if I want to wear pants? Yeah, I want to wear pants. I'm a woman. It's, again, changing. The more that you change that leads to, again, that material and spiritual prosperity. Because when you walk into a room, you are bringing yourself into that room. You are the first impression of yourself. And you're recognizing that. That brings in the vocalization of it. That brings in the movement, the choices and decisions for yourself. I always say to strengthen your intuition, it's good to start small. If you're struggling with it, like, what am I going to wear today? That's starting small, knowing exactly what you're going to put on, right? Oh, what am I going to eat today? Things of that sort, and being able to take it in and realizing, what am I going to share today? Those are small acts of, my eyes are burning, y'all deal with me. You deal with me. Small acts of enlightenment and truth because you're following your gut. If you're able to follow, if I'm able to choose my clothes in the morning, I know I put that shit on. I can choose big life decisions of what job I want, what family and friends I want around me, All these things, excuse me. Oh my goodness. One thing about this, I cannot blow my nose. So I have to. There we go. Okay. Yes. So taking it in, the first thing that we have is definition. Words have meaning. And I'm also hearing words have power, which is why they want you to change the way that you possibly think about yourself, feel about yourself. Don't be like, it took a little bit long to get ready. Was that really? It's okay, even if you go to church, even if you go to mass, even if you go into, temple, it will take a little long to get ready. Take a little long to get ready. It is okay because it's not obstructing you from it, right? A lot of people that say you know, money is evil. For the love of money, the obsession with the love of money is evil. Vanity can be bad when that's all that you care about. How things look at you. That's not all that you care about. That's something that you also care about, right? It's almost like your life is getting ready for an interview with self continuously. So definitely, words have meaning. I am powerful. I am sexy. I am voluptuous. I am hung. Whatever you need to say to feel more you in your physical body, because this is the vessel for those channels. This is the vessel for your craft. This is the vessel for your movement. This is your vessel that you are currently in until it is back with the earth. Shit, people even care about what casket they wear in, baby. So you can care about what outfit you wear? No, no, no. We got 10,000, which is that Capricorn, Earth, Cardinal, Saturn energy. That's right under accelerated motion. And 10,000 is also about being seen in the public eye. Because this is such a sign of the Cancer, being at home, comfort. This is, I'm comfortable in the public eye with being seen, with being in the spotlight, with being heard, with people perceiving me as me, and anything other than that, I'm not around. Right? Yes, we have school has let out you, and that's right over patience and authority, because again, you are recognizing the more that I tap into my attunement with myself, it is powerful, right? Coming from somebody that didn't want to look in the mirror for longer than 4 seconds just to get ready. Coming into my own and being like, yes, of writing affirmations in my mirror once I get out the shower, looking at myself once I get out the shower, taking those moments of truly reveling in my body. Well, I was listening, I was channel message of Cozy by Beyonce. I'm comfortable in my skin, cozy with who I am. I love myself, goddamn. And it's that. She's like, what did she say? I kiss the scars that I made. Right? Talking about her birth, it's just taken in. Those stretch marks, those cellulites, those wing flaps, baby. We're going to talk about it all because you are recognizing, baby, this is me. I'm going to be critiquing myself my entire life until I'm dead, or I'm going to be putting that shit on. Step in, baby. Step in. Because we got Showtime, ladies, gentlemen, and lays. Okay? That is the truth. You are stepping into it. You are reveling in the fact that it doesn't take away, obviously, because you got material and spiritual prosperity coming in. You got movement choices and decisions coming in. So it's like me focusing on myself in that way doesn't take away from anything on the mental level, on the spiritual level, even on the sexual level, getting more comfortable with doing all of those things. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. Being able to take it all in. Even me, I ain't gonna lie, I mentioned every now and again, me having to spit every now and again. If I was really that worried about how I perceived and looked, a lot of these messages would not be coming out. A lot of the revelations, but you're recognizing it doesn't matter how I look to other people. Because then their thoughts, their words, their ideas, their normalizations come into my body, my mind, and it does not work for me. And now I'm conflicted with my own self image. Self-love also comes with, self-esteem, okay? We got the nice house. Ninth house, Jupiter, Sagittarius, fire, and mutable energy coming right on top of those choices and decisions. We are currently in the ninth year. And that Sagittarius energy, that man horse energy, that's a little out there, a little weird thinking energy, but I'm ready to learn and explore energy. And that's currently what's happening. That's what's going on for you. Ooh, some of y'all getting what you want. I'm getting my dream home now. Keys in hand. I share for you. Congratulations early in advance, baby. It's yours. Like I said, the more that you're recognizing, I can take pride in myself and how I look and my appearance. And I can be a spiritualist. It's like people like, yeah, why are you charging for readings? Baby, do I not gotta eat? Do I not got bills to be paid? People feel like a lot of spiritualists shouldn't be charging for this stuff. Baby, we do not live in a world where I can just live off of nuts from the earth. I got shit I need to pay. This is a service. I'm not gonna charge, obviously. But that's, it's giving that energy as well. It's like, no care what you think. This is how it works for me. This is what I need. Third house, again, that communication, the Gemini, air, Mercury, mutable energy coming in again because you are recognizing, yes, build your dream world up. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. When Cardi B was like, yeah, I got my ass done. Then my tits like, yes, do you feel sexy that way? Then do it. Do you feel happy that yes. This is a vanity reading. Not narcissist where you stay there and think too long. This is wow. I feel happy. I love the way I look in that picture. And when you don't, you're honest with yourself, not in a way that's shameful. You're just like, I need to take that again. I need to take that picture again. That can be better. I like that a lot more. I like the way I look better. Look a lot better. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we got dentist, oral health, doctor, PCP health checkup. So make sure that you're not again neglecting yourself. That also comes with your body. When you're feeling something inside, act on it. If you need things fixed, correct it. That is okay. That is also coming with your physical body. They want you to work with on your physical body right now and be okay with that. If you want to have a new wardrobe, and I'm a little afraid to shop, and let me go ahead. I don't want to. It's okay. Start differently. Start in a different way. Right? Oh, child, I'm gonna have to end this soon because my nose is not being happy with me right now. And I do not need nobody leaking blood on my thing, okay? Because I can kind of feel it. Okay, we got ring light coming up. Like I said, that's right over the 10th house, accelerated motion of you being seen. So when this spotlight is on you, focus on me. Wig, weave, dye, cut, bald. Like I said, this is very much your physical appearance. And that is all fucking okay. You are not restricted by the confines of outside society and their thoughts of how you and your body type should look. I remember my brother had told me, I don't talk to him anymore. Not for this reason, but I remember my brother told me, not my mirror shaking. As soon as I started saying that, I shake. Okay. And he was like, if I had your body and your looks, like, I'll just be out here, scabbing on the men and doing. I'm like, that's not what I want to do. And the fact that people think that the way my body looks and how I'm perceived, it's meaning another thing. That's already letting me know I don't want to do that. And again, you're pushing into that as well. Like, but I'm not that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, you may think that about me because of how I look, but baby, that's not why I look this way. That's not why I feel this way. That's not why I act this way. That's not why I do this way. We got ancestor healing and learning because you are recognizing again. Excuse me. What you can do for yourself is healing. Especially thinking as a Black person. Slavery wasn't just in America, but it was quite prominent and big. Where we couldn't wear what we wanted to wear. We couldn't even celebrate the way we wanted to celebrate. Do what we wanted to do. And being able to take that in. If you are part of, the gay community, such as I, where it's like, okay, we're going to have balls created so that we can actually have a safe space. We can have speakeasies where we can, actually hold hands with our lover. Being boldly out there that way as well. Recognizing how Your relationships truly look is pulling into this Liberian energy. Liberian energy, Libra energy. I don't know why the spirit is trying to make me say it that way. um, and just being able to truly take that in. It's happening for all of you. All of you. And with this mass shift of change, like I said, it's like when piercings and tattoos were allowed in the workplace, it is changing the norm of how things should be looked at, how people should be looked at, how people should be received, right? And that starts with you being able to receive yourself. It is okay to look at your body. It is okay to change and structure your body for what feels affirming and aligned to you. And that starts with, again, those aren't my thoughts. I don't need to suck in my stomach. For what? Baby, I gotta, if people gonna see me in person, I want them to know that what they see in that picture is reality. No fine tuning, no Photoshop, baby. This is all real. This is all me. Taking that in. I used to have so many, no, no, no. Just like, no. If you're gonna have to get it, you're gonna have to get it as is. And I am as is. And I feel you really taking that on heavy and hard. And again, that leads to your prosperity, that leads to your abundance, that leads to choices and options in relationships, in career, in community, and travel, in all those things, because I'm shifting the mindset of that. Even if we're looking at the doctor card and how they feel like the darker the skin you are, the higher tolerance for pain you have. Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? That makes absolutely no sense. Things of that sort, as well as I am changing the mold of what the physical body is, can, and will be and do. And you're taking that in heavy. But I'm going to need to end this because my body is ripping. So I love you all. And as I need to start saying again, I love you, but you need to love yourself more than anybody. Because nobody's going to know you better than you know yourself, or love you better than you know yourself. Right? All right. So next time, like the comments or the share, the subscribes. Ashe, ashe, ashe.